Welcome to the Mario era. It is chapter 170.
160, 60, 70. I just looked it up too. How's it going, boys? How you doing? Better than me?
It's been 100 shows since you had to say that number.
Yeah,
so,
I fumbled the open. I do it once in a while. I mean, I'm not a dependable back in Spanish. I don't know if you know this, but I'm not a dependable back. I'm going to put the ball in the turf sometimes, and I need you guys to help pick me up. But thanks to Sean. It's us and FIU. It's us and FIU, buddy. It's us and FIU. You know what just popped in my mind?
What?
And it hasn't popped in my mind at all until I just saw Scoop's face. Run! He has a gun.
Run! He's got a gun.
Oh my god, that's so scary.
Oh my goodness, is right.
Cheers.
God, I'll play with that.
Yes, I got the bourbon for you there today, Ro. I'll cover it for both of us. It's a full glass.
So
Perfect.
yesterday, I was a bad boy because I walked into a random liquor store and boy, it was. I walked in there, I was looking over shoulders. I was like, oh wow, this one's kind of sketchy, but they had a deal. So they sold one. Check this out and tell me you wouldn't get this, Toast. They had one bottle of Eagle Rare for $90. Okay. Or you could buy two for 120.
What?
Exactly. I've never seen that before.
They're not good at math.
No.
It's no
And I was
way.
like, I'll take two, please.
$60 a bottle. I'll take four.
They sold Stag like two for $250.
Oh my!
They had like
God.
Eagle Rare. They're like two for 120. I'm like,
Oh my
that's
God.
$60 a bottle. That's the cheapest I've
Wow.
ever found Eagle Rare.
That's insane.
So yeah, that was
Wow.
bottle number 7 and
Yeah.
8 for me.
Someone I don't think did their homework before they came up with that deal and really crunched the numbers on that one.
They'll see
I
me
don't
again
think
in
they're
like a week.
I don't think they're coming out ahead on that one.
I did.
Yes, you did.
So drink that one for me, buddy, because I'm on the JOB.
Listen, dude, Buffalo Trace is coming out with the new EF Taylor. So that's going to be dropping a bottle in bond apparently. So we'll be able to dabble into that. Before we get into the Canes and everything, the biggest story, and I'm not even talking about the Pope. But
The Pope.
the Pope
He's from Chi-Town,
from Villanova,
right?
He's
Looks
a
looks
big
like
East
Ditka
Pope.
out
I
there.
love it, yeah. But bro, we got Pop Tart ice cream sandwiches.
Oh, of course, we put this into our text chain, right? We have an OBB text chain. And one of the OBB immediately was like, oh, that's gross. And you just, of course he was going to say it's gross. But I'm going to sit there and tell you, Scoopy, I don't see Toaster Strudel's ice cream sandwiches. That just goes to show you the power of the brand.
Because that would be gross.
No, because that just shows you the power of the brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, power of the brand.
But I just don't understand that. Like I can understand. Look, I understand Pop-Tarts. I get it. I get the philosophy. I think they taste like cardboard. But putting them now, you have two thick pieces of cardboard around ice cream.
On vanilla. None of this vanilla ice cream. It's strawberry, cinnamon ice cream, and chocolate.
Okay. I still think I think it's worse. I would rather have them just by themselves. And I love ice cream. I'll eat ice cream all day.
You can get a 4-pack at Walmart for $7.
Bangers.
It's because they're made out of plastic.
Whatever, bro. Don't put them in the toaster.
Definitely don't put them in the toaster or the toaster oven.
I'm wondering if they're the same size Pop Tarts, or do they change them and make them thinner or rectangle like
they
an
can't
ice
be
cream
the same
sandwich?
size pop.
They
Like
can't be the same size.
No way, dude.
Yeah, they had to redesign it. I'm guessing make it thinner.
Oh, I think of course. But I'm thinking of like the chocolate frosted as like the top and the bottom
And
with
the
like some
chocolate
vanilla ice cream in the middle. That's sad. I'll eat some Neapolitan too.
The brown sugar one with the cinnamon ice cream seems really good. And if they come out with a s'mores one with the chocolate ice cream, just stop.
Oh my goodness!
Just get me the diabetes pen.
I could just hear us getting fatter.
What's
Just get me
yeah?
the
I'm watching it firsthand. I can see it.
Mhm.
The what's the ice cream that they say they put out? Oh, the drumsticks.
Yes.
You've seen that, right?
Yeah.
Where they put the drumsticks just out, and you just leave them out. and they never actually melt.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
They just like kind of like goo a little bit. You look this up. It's
not ice cream.
It's not real. Like it's not
real.
meltable product.
Yeah.
So you're eating something that's unable to melt properly.
Well, but RFK is going to get all that out of the food
I was just about to say it, but I didn't know if we were going to get copyright strike. So I was like, should I say it? Should I not? I'm like, it's all right. RFK's going to fix it.
He's going to fix it.
Nothing's going to have
Listen,
color.
In about 2 weeks, your homeboy, he's going to Palermo, Sicily with the Pops. And I'm telling you, the first thing I noticed the first time I was over there, I was like, holy cow, what's up with their Fruit Loops? Like, what colors are these? Like, this is some weird Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, let's be honest, us Americanos, it's our Fruit Loops that are weird. They're all neon colors for a reason. But yeah, you go across the pond, man. I'm telling you, it's
all that stuff over there.
Oh yeah,
they got a lot of clear candy.
I have your answer.
You can't get Diet Coke either. I've said that too. You can't. It's like a Coca Zero. No, do you have a Coca Zero? Like there's no such thing as Diet Coke over there. They won't let it. It's banned.
All right, have your answer on drumsticks.
All right,
what you
talk
got?
to me.
According to Food and Wine, drumsticks are not made with real ice cream. Instead, they are made using, quote, frozen dairy dessert, which uses different ingredients. Most simply put, ice cream is made of milk solids and fats, whereas frozen desserts use vegetable oil, argo, and food processing.
Oh my!
You have no idea what's in it.
It's not ice.
Doesn't even. I'm telling you,
it's not ice.
You'll have to look it up. It doesn't melt. It's
There's
like
a picture of it on Reddit.
And you know why?
Just sitting there.
And you know why? Because it's like, if it's real dairy, it probably has a less of a shelf life. So
of course.
Of course.
Oh my goodness!
This is, and you wonder why we're all dying of disease-ridden deaths. This is it. Drumsticks.
Wonder why we have so many microplastics in us.
Yeah,
that's what we're
because we're eating plastic.
Yes,
insanity, dude.
Yeah, forget AI killing us all. It's gonna be drumsticks.
Bro, did you hear what they think AI is going to be able to do?
Did you see
the
one
translate what your pets are saying.
Sign me up. I'll take that.
That's amazing.
I don't care if it tries to kill me.
That's incredible.
God,
I need to know what the cat needs.
That's incredible. When's that? How soon can that happen?
Right?
As the primary author of 5 questions, I just want you to know that I'm really in tune with this show because 3 of the questions, like, we've basically just covered the topics that we're about to get into. You'll see when we get to the end. I have 5 questions. By the way, boys, I don't know if you know this. 5 questions is going to be on the shelf coming up here a little bit because it's almost go time. It's May.
It's May.
It's gotta be May.
Before you know it,
It's May.
We're
that
almost
means
halfway through
90 days.
Yeah, we're gonna be playing Notre Dame here.
There's like
soon.
12 more weeks of 5 questions.
Yeah. Memorial Day's in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
On the shelf soon. Another 12 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Not even. We're shoving it way before that.
No
we're
problem.
Shoving it.
We're not. You made us do it right up until the first games of the 28th.
Yeah, this year we're
30th?
changing. We're changing.
Okay.
We're changing.
All right. We'll see if that happens.
Just so I can be more relevant here with what I just said, that it's going to be on the shelf soon. 4 weeks.
ACC Media Days is 2 months away still.
Okay. So we still got solid 8 episodes of 5
regarding the
questions.
shelf life of some shit.
Yeah.
Let's go to
5
Greentree.
questions has longer shelf life than drumsticks, though.
No chance. Let's go! I almost forgot that because I was thinking about doing, those are unexpirable
Right.
drumsticks.
So where do you guys want to
You
start?
could not have them in the frozen section.
Yeah, you
Think
could leave
about
them
that.
like out. You could have them in
You
like
could
the
leave them
aisle
out.
5. Yeah.
And pick them up, take them home, put it back in the freezer, and you could eat them as they
That
are.
is so
Hey,
bad.
I know we're on the
that
Greentree.
That's disgusting, right?
That is horrible. You could leave them on Greentree for an afternoon.
You could. They would never
They
melt.
would be fine.
By the way, when you picked them up, they'd be cool.
We're on the Greentree, but before we start,
They have the cool pillow material.
we're going to look right over the wall over there at the Mark Light side of the Greentree.
Yeah.
Those boys are kicking ass. And people wanted to dogpile. And I was like, hey, listen, if things, the harshest criticism I ever had online, and you could go back and look this up, the harshest criticism, if he doesn't turn this around soon, it's going to get really loud. Something to that effect. Because I understand the game of baseball. It was getting really loud.
Bro,
But I
nobody
understand
saw
a
this
good at
turnaround coming, but it's awesome.
But it happens, right? It happens. It's baseball.
it's
It's such a
baseball.
weird sport. And when you look at the rest of the records in the ACC now, in terms of the Universe Miami and everybody else, everybody's got a healthy amount of losses.
No,
So,
listen, Miami's ranked now. They're top 20.
Yeah.
They're going to be a 2 seed now.
And I think it's on Daniel
Right?
Cuvée, like, is on fire. He's got like 4
Let's
multi-hit
let him get your hopes up.
Well, so here's my thing.
They will make it out of the regional.
Well, which could very well be the case. But what I'm saying is that you just never know sometimes. You just get hot at the right time. You almost wish that Miami was getting hotter like this even a few weeks.
That's right.
A little bit in the future.
A little bit later.
I will say this. What do you think about the fact that Gino decided to take time out and tweet out that, you better sign JD to an extension before an SEC team comes ahead and poaches him from you?
I mean, he's looking out for his boy.
I got you, but you cannot sign him to an extension.
Is that real?
No.
Like, you have to at least.
Are we being serious?
He has to show us something next year too.
Let's sign him. He's won 8 out of 10 games. Holy, everybody sign him to an extension quick before he leaves. God, help us. I mean, this is incredible.
They signed Mike Norvell to an extension.
They did. They did. Worth it. Well worth it.
Mm-hmm. Working out well for them.
I love it. Yeah. I love it.
Killing it. He's earning every penny.
He's one twisted ankle away from his center playing quarterback.
It was quite a sight.
Nobody wants to play for that guy. Far as the quarterback position, that's crazy. All right, we're on the Greentree. Let's. All right.
So where do you guys want to start? We've got our first preseason, way too early top 25. We've got the projected 2 deep from David Lake. Where do you guys want to start? NIL stuff.
Let's 2 deep it.
2 deep.
Sure.
Yeah.
2 toes deep.
1 cane, 2 cups.
Deep, baby. All right. So obviously, let's start with quarterback.
That's a different video entirely.
Wow.
Yeah, we don't need to go there.
I didn't say 2 canes in 1 cup.
I'm just saying. I still remember where I was when I saw that. I was in the old Zeta studio, and a little bit of my soul died that day.
The funniest
You've said 2 very funny things today already.
The funniest thing I ever seen was Kermit the Frog's reaction to 2 girls, 1 cup.
Yeah, it was actually very good.
That was
very good.
That's as far as I got to that.
Those were simpler times, man. What does it say that it was so long ago and it's still people still know about it?
Bro, we are the masters.
Is that still
of
a thing?
Off ramps. But let me ask you.
My niece and everything, they know what 2 girls, 1 cup is. Yeah.
But let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
let me ask you a question.
I bet Kenzie knows.
Kenzie does not know. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Let me ask you a question though. I mean, as shock and awe as that was, the way that the world has like unfolded in front of our eyes, that's not that shocking anymore, is it?
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. That
really?
Thing was, come on, bro. That was
still
awful.
It's still pretty
that's
bad.
just as bad as it gets, bro. Come on.
It does, yeah.
You guys were talking about Terrorizer and stuff,
dude. It was horrifying. Come on.
Come on.
Did you? Oh man, we should watch that again. That was
that was
should.
You want to talk about a piece of yourself dying?
That clown guy?
Yeah, that was.
Oh god,
psycho.
the clown guy. Yes,
the clown guy.
Yeah. That was awesome.
And considering I hate those movies, I was mesmerized by that.
That was great. That was great.
It was so funny.
When he took the chainsaw right to his groin, that was phenomenal.
Hey, so for you Canes following along at home, we got the Terrorizer, 2 girls and 1 cup on the 2 deep. Welcome to the Green
position is this at?
You better write that one down, Jenner.
This is obviously
that's a long title
already.
Yeah. We're definitely talking about tight ends. If you haven't figured that out.
All right.
Now they're loose ends.
We're terrible. We're terrible at this stuff.
Quarterbacks. So David Lake's got obviously Carson Beck as 1. Emory Williams number 2. He's got that grade as an A-.
Okay. Emory's a good backup to Carson Beck.
Running back,
Hold on a second.
Okay.
I said backup. I mean, he's got experience.
I know, but look,
that's
down. Fine. But
you're not winning a national championship with Emory Williams. I get that, but I'm just
Luke
saying.
Nickel this year.
So, what do you want? What do you want? It's a depth piece.
I'd like a backup that was capable of winning you almost all the games that your starter is.
But do you think
the problem is here's the problem. The problem is you can't have that anymore. Yeah, I know, you can't have that.
Thank you.
You're not allowed to have that.
Cheers.
That guy actually left in the portal.
Yeah.
Puff Daddy.
Oh.
Okay.
I think Emory was the guy to look. I would love to see. I don't know. You got Luke Nickel, and is he going to get a shot at? Is he going to get a crack at the 2 deep maybe? But look, you've got Darion coming in next year too, who
Very good.
To be quite honest.
I saw a
Ace.
recent list with Darion, and he is in the top 10 of quarterbacks in the country. Right.
He's about as legit arm talent as we've seen down here. I mean,
Yeah.
dare I say better arm talent than Cam Ward? I maybe. Stupid.
All right, running back
Anyway,
room.
go ahead.
We've got Fletcher number 1, Jordan Lyle and Shamar Brown as co-number 2s. He's got this as a B+.
What? I think that's a little low.
Yeah.
Jordan Lyle, you could just say he's 1A, 1B. I wouldn't share him at the 2. I think that's where Scoot's
Correct.
face is going.
Mm-hmm.
He's much, if anything, as a 1A. Too.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to be the dude. I think that position.
Lyle's much better than Shamar Brown. Like, let's be honest here. So having him,
I like the
share
Shamar
the
Brown
2
pick
deep,
up
I don't
a
know.
lot.
I do too.
For
I
depth,
mean,
absolutely, yeah.
I think it's great. And when you watch that one Georgia team, when they had like Sony Michel, Nick Chubb, I mean, and they had that third running back too. Like, I'm for all the merrier. And I think in today's era, you need to have running back. You have to have multiple running backs. Like, we're a quarterback, you got to rely on one, and you better protect them. Miami Hurricanes can do that. But like with running backs, you can't have too many. You have to have a stable of good backs, and I think we do. I think I can't see the ACC having that much better tandems or tridems than the 3 you just.
But
named.
why is B+ too low? I mean, let's be real, right? I mean,
because we're homers and we just want to hear an A minus.
I mean, I think B+ is fair
Mm-hmm.
until that. Look, I think Jordan Lyle is elite. I think he's got the best balance. You know, I've talked about it since maybe Duke. I think he's the best overall back that I've seen on the field since Duke, potentially. So, but I don't know that we're full of superstars. I don't think it's an A room yet. I mean, Jordan, he had very little playing time last year. He showed great flashes. And, you know, Fletch is Fletch. Fletch is going to give you, Fletch is a guy who I think can have a semi-long tenure in the league. He's that type of guy. He's big, he's fast, he's durable, he's got good vision, good bounce. Like, he's just an overall guy. But I just don't know that we're at UNC from 3 years ago where they had 2 guys that went, top 2 rounds type thing, which would be an A for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think, yeah, I got no problem with that. Yeah.
What's next?
So, wide receivers. First, let me just go ahead and give you who he has as the 3 number 1s across, so the 2 outsides in the slot. So he's got CJ Daniels, JoJo Trader as your 2 starters on the outside, and Tony Johnson as your starter in the slot. Now you get to the 2s is where it gets fun. So behind CJ Daniels, he's got Joshua Moore. Behind JoJo Trader, he's got Keelan Marion, but that's more of an or. Like, it could go either way, a 1A, 1B. Slot, it's Ray or Malachi Tony behind Tony Johnson. He's got the overall grade for this as a B, which I kind of agree with. I mean, you're listen, CJ's got the most experience, but yeah, listen, we know we don't have nearly the experience coming back that we had, and I think that's why this is a B, and I think that's warranted because there's giant question marks here. How do these guys replace what X put up? How does JoJo, does he become that outside threat wide receiver number 2 on the outside? Like, there's question marks that we won't know until the end of the first month.
C+.
Oh,
I'm there too. I was
C+?
I thought he was going to say B and I was going to say C, but he kind of stole my thunder there. And I just want to say, I think I'm looking at it, and maybe because I just saw something online and who they're returning back. And I look at Ohio State. We have nowhere near what they have coming back in at wide receiver. And I know they're higher echelon and what they just did in their national championship. It's not even close, boys. What they're bringing in as far as wide receivers and what we have, that's why I'm going to say a C. If you look at it on paper and you're doing it across the board in the ACC, but in terms of like trying to put together an NCAA championship winning wide receiver room, that's what it looks like. We don't have that. C+.
Yeah, see, I disagree with going that low because it's not like you're dealing with any 3 stars here. These are all high-end 4 stars and a 5-star. So these are big-time recruits. Yes, they don't have the experience, but this is college football, man. Like, you have sophomores jumping up all the time and just appearing on scene and stepping up because they're the next guy up. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. So I think B is actually accurate, but I wouldn't go as low as C or C+. You guys are tough
Okey-doke.
graders, man.
No, well, no.
At that position.
Look,
All
I here's how I look at it. Cam Ward last year had a room full of guys in the wide receiver room that we can all agree, probably, just as Rose said, nowhere near, outside of X, nowhere near the capability of a room like Ohio State. Right? Not the same. You can't compare them, right? Cam Ward made them look like All-Americans. I think we're on the flip side of that this year.
Okay.
I think
And
for Beck to have that type of season, he needs better wide receivers. I think you're dealing with two different types of quarterbacks. My opinion, speculative scoop. And I don't think that he's got that talent around him with this group.
listen, translation. He just did that with a bunch of wide receivers who none of them were drafted. And we're big X fans. We know that. None of them were drafted. And he's saying last year's wide receiver group was better than this year's. I agree with him.
All right. Tight end. Elijah, obviously, number one. The Tulane transfer, Alex Bauman, the backup. He's got the grade as a B.
I could say Elijah Lofton can be that much of a breakout player for the University of Miami Hurricanes. Him by himself could be an A. I think that, like, in the future, I see him like the highest. Oof. I see him like a third rounder in the NFL draft. Like I do. If he plays out of his mind, he could creep out into the second. But like I think he could be. That's the talent I think Elijah Lofton has. I mean, kind of goes similar where Arroyo did. That kudos to Arroyo. You know, same kind of thing. I think he could be that good. You got another NFL bound that. So yeah, B because of the depth. But I think I agree with the B. But Elijah's so good on his own, he could carry that to an A, and I wouldn't blink at it. Balking.
All right. Offense.
B
offensive.
minus.
B minus.
Yeah. And look, I agree with you. I think Elijah's, but who's behind him?
Alex Bauman, the transfer from Tulane.
I know.
He said it.
It's a pervert.
Oh, I got you. I'm sorry.
It's a.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What's the saying?
Rhetorical.
Rhetorical questions.
But he's
Who's
a pass
behind him?
catcher.
Sure. Okay. Fine. Name Brock Bowers.
No,
B
he
minus,
certainly
go
isn't.
ahead.
But I think Elijah Lofton can be Brock Bowers.
He cannot. But
Okay.
I think Schott might be able to be Brock Bowers, but we're not there yet.
Yeah, I see Elijah Lofton as a guy that can lead this team in receptions, and I'm
He
completely
very
off
well
base.
might, which is not a good thing.
All right.
He might.
Offensive
Though.
li-
He might.
Let's see.
The more
Offensive
we
line.
do this, the more I think we're a 7-win team.
Their speculative scoop.
Oh, son of a bitch! You just feel the negativity.
I
as
am
you
not.
was
I am
talking.
not. I
Oh.
am not thrilled about going. We're halfway
Oh.
through it, and I'm like, holy shit, we're in trouble.
Oh my god! Yeah, I don't.
All right, let's just shut it down. Let's just shut it down.
No, we're
We'll
not
do
shutting it
defense
down
next
because
week.
no offensive line. This is now we're getting to the good
Well,
stuff.
thank God we got to some A's.
I mean, so
Hey.
I'll be honest. This is the most. This one has the most surprising of the two deep, just because I thought he'd be higher up after the amount of time that he's been here. Left tackle, he's got your starter is Markel Bell, who we saw a lot of last year. The basically Mount Everest had some growing pains, but certainly was looking the part. And his backup is Samson, and that's the one that surprised me. I thought Samson would have been a starter by this point during the recruiting thing. I really did, and I'm surprised that he's not, and I'm also surprised he didn't leave.
I'm actually surprised he's still here. I agree
Yeah.
with you. I think here's the thing though. I think he's better suited for the right side. And he's not playing on the right side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think I'm not surprised by Markel Bell beating him out. I'm happy that Samson's in the 2 deep, to be quite honest with you. I think that's great because, I mean, I heard rumblings that it wasn't happening, but maybe some stuff has clicked and he's in a better position now.
Left guard, Ryan Rodriguez or Matthew McCoy. Center is James Brockmeyer. Right guard, Anez Cooper, I should say. Right tackle, obviously, Malago with Kinsler backing him up.
A+.
They gave him an A.
Yeah.
I
Who's
would
the
agree with
backup
that.
at center?
S.J. Alafatuli.
Oh, right. Yes. Now, that's the true freshman.
Mm-hmm.
That kid is a maniac. like I'm glad they got Brockmeyer,
Mm-hmm.
but that dude could start today.
Okay.
He's a Maui Noah type guy, like an absolute maniac on the field. So I looked at the center position. If he stays here for the next 4 years, is really, really anchored up with that kid. So look, and I know Maui Noah he's the perennial guy. He's a potential top 5 pick, realistically. Anez Cooper
Mm-hmm.
might end up having a better career.
He's
That's how good this line is. Like Cooper's
And again, testament
legit.
to Mario Cristobal too, because Maui Noah was the high-rated
With
recruited
the
guy.
5-star, yeah.
Nez Cooper was not.
No.
So just goes to show you, guy can recruit.
Well, yeah.
I heard that Kinsler's having he had a very good
Kinsler,
spring as
absolutely.
well.
He's looking the part apparently for backing up Malagoa. So I'm not sure that Sampson's got an opportunity on the right side.
What year is Bell?
I think this is it for Bell. Hold on, let me just go ahead.
He was a
hold on.
JUCO transfer?
Yeah, I think this is it. But let's just double check here. They've got him as he's a senior on the Canes website. I don't know if he would be able to get another year.
Okay, so assuming on the short end of the stick, he's only got
But
one
he was JUCO
this year.
He was JUCO. But there's been some rule changes about that, like not having those years count any longer.
Correct.
So he may be able to play until he's 30, to be quite honest.
Cam
with
McCormick,
you.
Dr. McCormick.
Exactly. So he
Dr.
may be able to stay
Renfro.
for a couple more years. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with
You see
everything.
Dr. Renfro back in the league.
Yeah.
After having some health
Mm-hmm.
issues last year. We are all wondering why he wasn't playing. Like, how is he not on a roster? And thankfully, he's back to being healthy and back on the field.
All right, so let's look at the defense. Defensive line. You've got the two ends, obviously Ruben Bain, Messidor. Your inside guys, Moten and David Blay or Justin Scott. Your backups, Lightfoot, Armando Blount, and Artavius Jones or Donta Simpson. He's giving it a B.
Yeah, I'm going upset. I'm going A on that. I think they're loaded.
I think they're bigger than a B. Yeah, I would go like A-. Only because I
A's
think there's
have
a
it.
little bit of question mark with Ruben Bain, like being injured so
Health-wise.
much last year.
He's just doing
Loaded.
that to motivate the
Yeah.
the troops. That's all he's doing.
All right, here we go. Here's a good one for you. Linebacker.
Mm.
Middle linebacker, we got Popo. Weak side, Wes. Great backups, Jalen Alderman in the middle and Kamal Bonner behind Wes. The grade here, C+.
B minus, C plus, C. All acceptable answers there.
He said if they get the kid from Rutgers, he bumps it up to a B-.
Okay. I think that's happening. I put this grade less on the kids and more on the coaching.
Okay.
New coach coming in.
New coach.
I'd like to see the linebackers not be in the shit positions they were in all year last year. And maybe this changes because that's your sample size. You're getting their performance based on a scheme that didn't work for them.
I find it interesting that it's like 4-2-5. You know what I'm saying? They're not using the third linebacker. They only just gave the grades on a Mike and like a Will. So or a Sam. That's just what they're doing.
All right, last one. Secondary.
Hmm.
Your two starting cornerbacks on each side, Xavier Lucas, OJ Frederic. Your
That's
two
A right
safeties, Zachariah Poyser and Jacob Thomas,
That's not.
with Keontae Scott as your starting nickel. You got Damari Brown backing up Xavier. You've got Ethan O'Connor backing up OJ. You've got Mark Keith Williams and Dylan Day backing up your safeties, and Charles Brantley backing up Keontae Scott. He's got this as an A-. minus a group that last year would have been a D at best.
B+.
They put a lot of money into the secondary. Lake is saying it's going to pay off.
They need to, because I'm telling you, Canes fans, we went underneath the hood a little bit. Our new DC, Dr. Doom, Hederman, he's going to put a lot of pressure on those guys to cover, and they have to cover. You would have gotten – this defense would have been atrocious with the same stable of DBs you had last year. So you needed cover guys to make this work, and I think they're there, but I the reason why I can't put it in A is just how bad it was last year. So I got a bitter taste in my mouth. I'm sorry, boys. You can grade.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a fair reason to giving it a B+, but I do think that a B or a B+ is appropriate. Here's why. First of all, I love your 2 starting corners. Love your 2 starting corners. Here's my biggest issue with the secondary. Your backups at safety. No bueno. Right? I think that's where they missed badly, I would say, in the portal. I think if you ask them, hey, what was the one thing you needed that you didn't get? They're going to tell you one more safety.
Halsey, whatever they could.
Him or anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
They got the guy from Tennessee.
Well, look, he's now projected to be a starter. Mm-hmm. Thank God you got him and Poisoner. So, yes. But I'm saying the backups at that position, if one of those guys go down or both of those guys go down, your secondary now becomes much less capable. So I'd have to go B only because of the depth at the back end.
So Quan is still out there. Any chance he comes back?
He is not. He's going to Oklahoma State.
Oh, he is? Oh, okay. Is it Oklahoma State?
Yep.
Cowboy? Okay.
Yep.
The other one he didn't grade here was the kicker from Texas, who I'll be quite honest, I'm giving a B to, maybe a B-.
C.
That dude missed some kicks. He is not Andy Borregales.
Nobody is. See, here's the problem. See,
Andy got drafted.
I know, yes.
We said this last week, and here's the problem with us we've been spoiled.
Yeah.
We had his brother before
for 5 years. For 5
and then
years,
we've had 5 years of almost automaticness.
Mm-hmm.
We almost had the equivalency of the Grammaticus,
right?
Right.
Yes. It was like, hey, we're at the 42. That's fine. Send Andy out.
Yep.
59, no problem. Mm-hmm. I mean, you never even questioned it. And now everything changes now. I mean, you brought in the kid from FAU who can kick it 9,000 yards. Apparently can't put it between the 2 big yellow things, right? And then some other kid that I thought was the best kicker in the country. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought we signed the best kicker in the country. Am I right about that or wrong?
According to the services we did, but maybe I don't know.
Where is that person?
I don't know.
Is he on campus?
I have no idea.
Because
I remember that stat first week, Bubba Bax's stat. I was like, I thought he was the number 1 kicker. Yeah. He's missed 8 of his last.
Missed everything. No,
Bubba
so
Bax.
I'm serious though. Why do I thought we get the number 1 kicker to replace Andy, and then now we have to go get a kicker in the portal
from Texas who, I remember him missing kicks late in the year.
Yeah.
With the hair.
Why didn't he go to
Auburn?
He should have went to Auburn. I mean, your last name's Auburn. You should have went to Auburn.
Should have.
I don't know.
Hair's red too. I mean, he needs a lot of sunscreen down here.
Mm-hmm.
Can somebody look up who the kicker is on this damn team that apparently was really good, who can't beat out the kid who can't kick it between the uprights from FAU?
All right, hang on. I'm pulling. You guys start talking. I'm pulling up the football roster.
I'm so confused about this thing. I'm like,
see how many kickers we have here.
We got the kid from Texas in the portal.
Position.
Kicker. What happened? Now, is the kid from FAU our kickoff specialist? That would be great.
We got 2 kickers on the roster. Neither of them are the Auburn guys. So is it? It's either
one would be a freshman.
Yeah, it would be no. We have Carter Davis, who's a senior, and Will Rocha, who's a redshirt sophomore.
What happened to the good kid?
I guess the good kid isn't here yet, or we lost him. Yeah, we got a redshirt freshman punter, and
Anyone listening to this show, can somebody please fill me in on the kicker who was supposed to be good, who was supposed to be Andy's replacement, and now we're portaling kickers from Texas?
Is it Abram Murray?
I don't know.
2024 signing from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Maybe. What's he doing? Where's he? Why do you pull him up?
He
and
was
now he's
rated
on?
the number 4 kicker nationally by 24 Sports.
Well, where is he
Okay,
now?
where's he at now?
Coming out of C.E. Bird High School. Where is he now? Entered the transfer portal.
He wasn't even here
Doesn't
long
say.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He left?
Came in and left. If he's
See,
in the
nobody
Entered the
even knew.
transfer portal on April 21st, 2025.
Oh, so he's gone. There you go. There's your answer.
But he
Scoop.
was on the roster?
Yeah,
It just
he
says he
transferred
entered the
out.
portal on.
Of course, if he signed with Miami, he's in
2
the
weeks
portal.
ago. So
I'm so confused.
He probably came in there, and I don't
So
know.
can the kid from FAU be the kickoff specialist? That's what I'm asking. That's what I need. Because
Did he have a girlfriend?
Maybe.
Did Nkosi show up?
No.
yeah, redshirt
Nkosi.
freshman kicker Abram Murray has entered the NCAA transfer portal away from the Miami Hurricanes. So
Okay,
he's
there
done.
you go.
Good shit. There
I
you go.
guess
He's
he
out.
was your guy. And,
Yeah,
he
that's what I
left.
thought. That's what I thought who we were getting.
Yeah, Abraham. Yeah, he was the number 5 kicker on 24/7. Yeah.
So we got
was
two-
a
And he
hold
entered
on.
the
star.
portal.
So we got 2 kickers in the portal. One from
This kid
FAU and
he
one
really
from
must have
Texas.
sucked. He must have showed up on campus and just sucked.
What the fuck are we doing?
Now here's the thing, dude. His
We
as
got
a
2
senior-
kickers in the
hold on,
portal.
Hold on. As a senior, and we know that kicking recruiting is weird, but as a senior, he was 6 of 10 on field goals with a long of 45. He was great on PATs, 38 to 39, but only 42 touchbacks on 56 kickoffs, so not a boomer of a leg.
Give me the stats. I know we're getting way down the rabbit hole.
We
Give
really
me the
are.
stats.
We're
of
talking
the-
about kickers.
Give me the stats of the
Kickers
FAU
in the
kid.
offseason.
No,
I've
I'm
never
serious.
wanted to get off the Greentree faster in my life.
Give me the
I'm like,
stats of the FAU kicker at FAU. I I need to know.
no, you don't. No,
I
we
do.
don't.
I need to know this.
Why
I
don't
need
you
to-
have a computer?
I want to know. I want this for my comfort level because I want to drop this from. Oh, we didn't grade him. I want to drop this all the way down as low as possible.
Oh
I need.
my God.
I'm on my negative scoop
All right.
here.
While Jenners is searching for that stat line, let's talk about our friends. You still haven't found the hat.
No, I have no idea where it is.
I mean, are you kidding me?
Bange.
Insane.
That's the name on his hat. Just envision it with me and envision
I don't know what
your
happened.
blue tarp gone off your roof. And there's only one way to get that blue tarp off your roof because you live in South Florida and it's perpetual blue tarp season. You got to call a number. It's 981-ROOF, 561-954-305. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that you have the safe and security of a Paul Bange roof. You know his name. Scoop knows his name. What's his name?
Paul,
And what do you do?
give me a call. Give
Bange.
Paul a call.
Bange. All right. So, if I am not mistaken, and the Miami Hurricane team store through Canes Connection has a bit of a signing happening. Yes, this weekend. Mark Fletcher Jr. will be at the Miami Hurricane team store in Coral Gables Saturday, May 10th from 1 until 2. You go down there, you want to get something signed, get a picture. Make sure you get down there early and go shopping. Use promo code OBB25. You'll get 20% off whatever you purchase that you want to have Mark Fletcher go ahead and sign for you. So that is happening on Saturday. Make sure you show up there from 1 until 2 for that. Also, you can use promo code OBB at manscaped.com. Get 20% off all the stuff that will make your balls, your testicles, look like disco balls. Yes, man. Let me. You ever get your balls so shiny that when you drop the drawers, it blinds her face?
She starts
yeah,
dancing.
right. She starts dancing.
By the way, I shave my balls,
there you go.
ladies, man. And
All of
no
a sudden, she
time
becomes the
down.
Bee Gees.
Yeah. Oh, you can
That's
tell
not
by the
good.
way I
That's
shave
not
my
good.
balls.
That's not good.
It's plenty good. It's plenty of good.
I know that BTB had a 5-unit max play for the Truest. I tweeted it out so you knew in advance so you could buy the package if you wanted to, because I knew we were doing this delay today. So
Yes, the Truest started today.
Mhm.
So if you got that package and you got your 5-unit max play, he's been killing golf. The last 6 out of 7 weeks have been massive.
Insane.
Like a number of either outright winners or first round winners.
Like double-digit units for
Crazy
the
stuff.
tournament.
So
Yeah.
so that's been fun. You know, I mean, the thing about the golf stuff is it kind of locks you up for the weekend, right? Because a lot
That's
of
the
these things
thing.
are tournament. So you have to understand these are tournament bets usually. Then he'll have the round stuff and so on and so forth.
Yeah, the tournament stuff won't settle until like 8 o'clock at night on Sunday.
On
Even
Sunday,
if the tournament's
yes.
over at like 4 in the afternoon, it's so freaking annoying.
Yeah, for sure. So, so the Truest is out there. You've got NHL playoffs. The Cats are down 0-2. Baseball's crushing it. The Cats they don't look terrible. I would say.
I think they're going to win both games at home.
If they had, I would say if they had an even playing field on, or even remotely even playing field on power plays.
Oh my God, the penalties are insane.
We're
we're always
nuts.
on a man down. It's insane.
Yeah, it's nuts. And because
that freak, what was that embellishment bullshit for Rodriguez? Like he just got crushed like embellishment. Like,
sure,
he just took his head to a glass wall. All right,
I don't know.
Whatever. Whatever.
Look. Anyway.
We're
so
South Florida,
I think they'll win both at home. I agree with you. I think they'll win both at home. So
they got to win one on the road, just one, and
they'll win game 5 on the road. I think they win. I think they win the next 4. I think they wrap this thing up in 6 games.
Do you?
I do.
Okay.
I think they win 2 at home, then they go to Toronto, they win there, and they come home in game 6 and they win here. I think they put this thing to bed. We'll see. I might be just high and drunk. Who knows?
I tweeted out. I actually thought after watching the rest of game 1, I was like, I don't think they can beat the Cats any more games this series. And then you saw exactly the same crap.
And he's playing amazing.
You saw in game 1.
Yeah.
So
Nylander's playing amazing, but that's all they got right now.
Yeah.
And that's all you need in hockey.
Listen, we need Ben to take him out. Just take his ass out. Elbow to the head.
We need better Bob.
Yes, better Bob.
I mean,
yes.
Bob is not playing well.
No, better
let's be
Bob.
honest.
Better Bob.
They had 18 shots at one point, and 4 were in the back of the net.
Yeah, no, there were a couple of weak ones too. Better Bob.
Come on, better Bob.
Let's go, Bob. Come on, better Bob.
Bob.
Anyway, beingthebookie.com is where you get all your stuff.
All right,
At
so
BeatTheBookie, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, What kind of stats you got for me, Jenners?
Yeah, FAU kicker.
Not talking about this.
They're not great.
Oh no! Oh God!
This is not good. This is not good.
No.
Oh no, this is not good.
He was 2 for 7 last season, kicking 28%. He was 0 for 4 from 40 to 49 yards. He was 2 for 3 from 50 plus. His long was 51.
Hold on. These only kicks he made were over 50
over
yards.
50 yards.
Yeah.
He missed
So he's only good
He
long.
missed every other kick he put his foot on.
Oh my God, that's phenomenal. Okay, so that's your answer. That's why we got Auburn.
7.
I checked it twice too because I'm like, that can't be right. That can't. Let me refresh this page. I'm looking at the wrong thing now. Carter
D-.
Boy.
D-.
Oh my God, he's one of the guys you took in the portal, by the way.
Well,
kickoff specialist.
you didn't see his under 4. They didn't see his under 50 numbers. That's obviously what it was.
So.
It's not the over 50. Yo, get him in here, and didn't realize the under 50 were trash. Joel Klatt came out with his way too early top 25. Canes are at number 18. I think that's a fair spot for him. Sure. You know, listen, we're going to find out real quick. You've got Notre Dame and the Florida Gators in the first 4 weeks, both at home. You will find out real quick where this team is and whether they are legit. And we will find out, before conference play even starts, we'll know.
I just got this weird thought in my head too, because I was like, if they don't start off real too hot, though, I'm thinking it's kind of going to be on the players. It's like they had a great offense last year. We know it's not Shannon Dawson, right? So if there's a sluggish element to it, they're going to look right at the quarterback position. You know, Mario's put a really good team on paper. We'll see what happens.
Look, I mean, the defense is going to be much better. You have to assume that. You have to believe that. I believe that. I believe the defense will be much better. Can the offense score enough points?
Yes. I think everyone is going to be very, I don't know if they should be surprised, but I think you are going to see just a very healthy numbers, let us say, from JoJo Trader this year. I think what you saw from Jeremiah as a true freshman, you now have JoJo's had a year under his belt. I think he's going to come out and be a very good number 2 wide receiver, possibly a number 1. I really do.
I think he's going to be good. I
just don't. Yeah.
I liked, as much as we say too many slot receivers, when I heard those guys on the outside, when I finally heard them in tandem inserted into a lineup, I'm like, oh, no, that's not bad. No, that's pretty good. You know, I I didn't
catches
balk
he
at it.
made in high school were friggin' ridiculous. He had highlight reel catches as well. I mean,
Yeah, he's
he would
good.
have gotten all the pub if his teammate wasn't Jeremiah Smith. I don't know, whatever. All right, the last big thing has got to be the Jackson Cantwell. Now On3 leaking it out there that we've offered him basically $2 million a year to show up. This is the top rated player who is also a tackle. You're going to have Malagoa, obviously, is projected to be a top 5, top 10, top 15 pick in the draft next year. So obviously it would be nice to, and as I said last week, with this coaching staff, with Alex and with Mario, I expect if the number one player is a offensive lineman, we're going to get him. And it's us in Georgia.
Man, I'm with you. I would hope that's the case. You have to convince these kids that they can win here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the biggest hurdle you're going to have to deal with, which is, I mean, if I'm Kirby, there's a track record. Now, Mario is starting to have that track record with the offensive line specifically. Okay, sure. Starting to build the trenches, so and he's admitted these are the two. If I'm going to go play for somebody, these are the two best guys. That's the tandem. That's the best tandem of coaches that you can go play for. Okay, I get it. But you can go somewhere else that wins with the competition that's around you, with coaches that are good enough. And if you're as good as you're supposed to be, it's not going to matter. And I think that's our biggest problem. I think our biggest problem is this kid might be too good to where the coaching from the best tandem in the country isn't going to make that much of a difference. And he'd rather go win at a team that has proven that they can win.
Here's the rebuttal to that. You get Carson Beck to let him know that was the team I was with and they wanted me to stay. The quarterback they have now isn't as good as me. It was my backup. I chose to leave that team and come here to play for this team behind this line for this offense. I left the team that you want to go to right now. I was the starting quarterback. They wanted me back. I said, no, I'm gone.
Mm-hmm. You also got $4 million to come down here.
Whatever. He's going to get $2 million. So money's not an object. He's going to Georgia's not offering him more. So money's not an issue. Now it's just that. But if you want to win and then you're going to go to the place where the starting quarterback that has been winning there for the last 2 years just left there to come and win here instead because he thinks he's got a better situation here. I'm just saying, Carson, make the sale. You got to sell this one. You got to be the closer. Mario's done his job. You're the starting quarterback. You got to close this
I'd
deal.
love to see it happen.
Make it happen, Carson.
I really would. I think he might be too good. I think he
Drive
might
him
be,
around in the Ferrari.
He's that legit. I think he might
take
be
him out
too
in the
good.
Lambo. Go down to Brickell in the Lambo with him. Let's go. Come on.
He's too big for a Lamborghini.
No.
Lambo got stolen. So.
They got it back.
It's fine. It was the SUV.
All right. What do you guys want to do? Jenners, take over the show. We're done with Miami stuff.
No, that's always a dangerous proposition.
Well,
we have
no, hold on a second.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Hold on. I'm confused here. It's Tony John. Here's what I did. Okay. I just went and I tried to look up Tony Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Cincinnati highlights.
Your projected starter at slot.
My projected starter at slot. There are no highlight reels of him. You go on YouTube and you look it up, and there's no highlight reels of Tony Johnson. There's catches. No reels.
No reels. Okay.
No, stacked plays. I looked up Xavier Restrepo earlier, and you have hundreds of videos put together of stacked plays, highlights. So you brought a guy in who you think is going to be the starter who, I mean, he's got not very many catches over 3 years. I don't know. I
think Malachi Tony is going to be the guy. I think he's going to be the starter at that position midway through the season.
Who?
Malachi Tony.
I think so too. I think that Ray probably deserves it over Tony, to be honest with you. So I mean, what did I give them? C plus?
Something like that, yeah.
I think it's a C. I think it's worse than I thought earlier.
Are you still at 7 wins, or are you off 7 wins now down to 6?
No, I'm going to put it at 7. I'm going to put the over at 7. Put the over at 7. So,
all right, so
you're
7-5 land.
I've been 7-5 land. This
Okay.
Going through that offense didn't help my thought process.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm 10-2 land right now.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It's a
It
very
can't be
big
worse than
chasm
last year,
between
bro.
the two
No,
of
you
them.
have to. As I said,
worse
you
than last year.
You can't regress 3 games. Hell no, bro. No.
What do you mean you
cannot.
can't?
You can't. It's not an option.
You most
It's not
certainly
an option.
can.
No, you cannot. You cannot.
I'm just saying you can. You
cannot.
physically
No,
can.
You can't. It's not allowed. It's illegal.
Let's go.
You're arrested.
Let's go through the schedule.
No. You get no. You get dragged down.
Irish scoop.
You get dragged through the town square by your testicles if you lose. Drop 3 games and drop.
Let's
to
go
7.
through the schedule.
Not yet. No. We're not going through. No. It's May 8th. Fuck that.
Oh, I mean, we're almost out of 5 questions. We might as well put the schedule together.
Yeah, we got 5. Yeah, let's make our last round.
Yep.
Take the summer off.
This is the last show until campus opens. Is what you're saying?
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Talk to me, Goose. What we got going on?
Oh my
We got a pope.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
The Pope.
We got an American pope.
Wow.
So we
I
got
didn't even think that
Villanova.
was possible. Does
a
he even speak
Chicago
Italian?
pope.
Does
He does. He
speak
speaks
Latin.
Italian and Latin and Peruvian.
for Pope Leo XIV from the United States. Let's listen.
They have to play this every time he comes out.
Every time
right?
he comes out, yes.
Boom.
Easter
This is the
Sunday.
funny. I'll be honest. This is the thing that I found funny. He voted in this presidential election.
Did he?
He voted in the 2024 presidential election.
That's awesome. Good for him.
Yeah.
Did
He's
they
voted
say
a
who he
handful of
voted for?
times. No, but he is a registered Republican. So he's totally anti-abortion, but he's also very progressive with social causes. So who the hell knows?
Gotcha.
So I think he's pretty much an independent.
Has there ever been a better sports intro than that? Chicago
No.
Bulls 90?
Oh,
no,
90s.
right?
The best.
Not even
No,
close.
The best. Well, and they also had the best in-game PA guy doing it at the time as well. I forgot his name, but
Hated
he-
him. I
the-
hated him. But you know
Oh.
who Detroit basketball?
Oh, the Detroit basketball guys freaking Justice Detroit. Phenomenal as well. Yes.
Yes.
It is an art. It is
Well,
an art.
Yeah.
I do have to bring this to you. I got to check in before they did have a Chicago Pope lined up. CBS was checking in with their coverage, and they were trying to kind of break down what was happening with all the Cardinals behind closed doors, and we got this.
They're sitting reading their breviary. That's a book of prayers that clergy have, or praying a rosary, or doing. The one thing we know they're not doing is checking Instagram because their devices have all been confiscated.
I believe the kids call it raw dogging it if you're going to go through a long period of time with no electronic device.
Yeah. Oh, right.
That's not what we called raw dogging it.
That's not.
I'm sorry.
That's raw dogging it.
Dude,
Okay.
that was
The kids
such.
call it raw dogging it.
No, they don't.
No, I don't.
I've
Immediately I thought
never
of-
heard my kids
of
say
Inigo
that.
Montoya from The Princess Bride.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
Yeah.
That means what you think it means.
No, it does not. Yes.
Dude, when he said,
That's
I
what
can
he-
tell you
that's what the
the
kids
one
tell him
thing.
anyway.
Yeah.
So when he said, I know one, I can tell you one thing they aren't doing, and I was just like, what, cocaine? There's many things they're not doing behind
The Vatican? Is that what we're talking about?
Oh. They were saying that the viewership of the Conclave, the movie on Peacock, went up 800%.
Oh, they're watching it at work. Yeah,
but that
they're
even
watching it at work.
Cardinals were watching it because none of these most of these Cardinals were appointed by Francis. They'd never been part of a conclave, and so they actually watched the conclave to try to figure out how this was going to go, and they finished it in a day.
Nah,
I
what
believe
else
the
do they
kids call it raw dogging it.
They
got?
raw
Yeah,
dogged.
yeah.
That's what
They should have had red, white, and blue smoke come out of the.
Dude, it's
Thing.
amazing. We got an American
totally.
Pope.
should have
I
flown.
did-
I never knew.
Chimney.
I never knew that we never had an American Pope.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
didn't
oh,
realize that, yeah.
really?
Mhm,
I mean,
yeah.
what? How long they've had 270?
And he looks like
popes.
he's going to be the Pope for
Yeah.
a while. He looks
never
young.
had an
He's
American.
69, bro. He could be the Pope for 25. He could be a Pope John Paul,
Wow.
25 years. Yeah.
Wow.
How old is he?
69. It's a good age.
69, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Went to Villanova.
Yeah, I went to
Yeah.
Villanova.
He's a Big
Yeah.
East Pope.
He could start
He's
for
the
the
biggest
Knicks,
Pope.
apparently. Yeah.
Well, the Knicks don't
Impressive.
need him. They got Pope Jalen Brunson that's taking care of business right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Seems
And he's
like
a White
everybody on
Sox
their
fan,
roster
too.
plays
He's
for
a
them,
White Sox fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he? Cubs
He's
are
the
claiming
South
him.
Side. Yeah, South Side.
Oh, the Cubs claimed him, though.
No, apparently
Cubs
he's a
got
White
online
Sox
said
fan.
Pope's a Cubs fan.
Yeah, they
Oh,
Oh, I just came up with my answer for 5 questions.
very
Yes,
interesting.
all right.
I know. Look, I think it's I saw a little bit of glimpse. The Vatican all full of people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's my question. I just thought about this. So they came up. What's it called? A conclave?
Mm-hmm.
Is that where they all vote?
Yeah, they vote in vote in the Sistine Chapel.
Oh, they do vote in the Sistine Chapel.
That's where the conclave happens. Yes.
So the people, all the people that are outside in the Vatican, like, are they there just because you said it
Waiting
took like
for
a
the
day?
smoke. Waiting for the smoke to celebrate.
But so are they there? Like, what if it took a week?
Then they're there for like a week.
I mean, they're there the
for a
whole
week.
time.
Yeah,
So they're
like
waiting.
I mean, you got people waiting like a week for a Dave Matthews concert. Come on, dude.
Well, but
People will camp out for many different causes.
Right, but
Like,
the smoke
we
is
should
like
be
twice in
surprised.
the afternoon and twice in the evening. So then you would like leave to go back to your hotel or back and go home and come back in the morning. They're not staying out there. Some
Yeah, because you
probably
get to
are,
have the street
but,
cred.
yeah.
I was there when the smoke changed, bro.
Right.
I got to see the smoke.
I don't think they're camping out there.
Dude, some of
I'm
I will tell you,
curious. I mean, they want, like, a front row
internet,
seat.
Right.
the internet has been so undefeated, and people have sent me things. One was just like the smoke came out white, and it was a picture of Snoop Dogg right there.
Oh, dude.
So good.
And then the thing that made me literally piss my pants laughing, it was like it took less time, 2 days, to elect a new pope than it did for Shador Sanders to get drafted.
That was good.
Mel Kiper's losing his mind somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about this. Think about this. And I mean, is this the most like, I'm trying to think of a nice way to say this. Is this the most fuck you moment? Right? This guy gets anointed. Is that what it's called? They get anointed pope, or he gets elected pope, or
He's
what is
elected,
it?
I think, isn't it?
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah,
vote on
he's-
him. He's
he's
got to
won
get
the
like a
election,
He's
yeah.
the
Like
he's
the-
the
He
electoral.
won the
Yeah.
electoral popal college.
He's the electrical
Won the
popal
popal
college, and they choose this guy,
Yeah.
and then he walks out
Mm-hmm.
of the doors at the Vatican,
With all the robes on.
puts his hands up,
Pope Leo the 14th.
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, he owns all these people around the world.
Yeah.
Is he? I mean, is that the biggest FU moment in the history of
No,
anything that can be happening?
No, because what he needed to do to make the biggest FU moment was when he has his hands up there and then just come down and do the.
That would have been good. That would have been good. The DMX thing,
wanted to do
Or
Generation X.
Generation X, yeah.
I just
That'd have
wink for all my American. Where's all my American fans?
Yeah, there you go.
Where's all my Americans? Suck it.
Dude, a buddy of ours, Bob, in our OBB chat, and I
Great.
posted it in ours chat. JD taking out the Pope, then an American getting elected Pope is the most America first play yet.
So good.
Wasn't he there like the night before the guy
He
died?
was the last one that he saw.
Oh
He's
my
the last
God.
leader that he saw.
Yeah.
Oh my
At
god.
first, because
Oh
I was
my God.
confused, I was like, JD Arteaga? What did he do? to the
I know,
Pope?"
right?
I was like,
Right, yeah.
Oh, that JD. Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's I don't know. It's crazy. The whole thing's crazy, but it happened
nuts.
fast. Happened fast.
Yeah, it did.
2
He'll be
days.
around for a long time. So,
There may be nothing better than a Pope from Chicago. It might be
oh,
the
bro,
best
I
thing
mean,
ever.
come on.
I didn't
need
hear
to
him.
see
Did you guys hear him talk?
No, I haven't heard him
I haven't
talk.
heard him.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
I was just curious if he spoke any English or not.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
He's from Chicago, isn't it? I mean,
I know,
he
but
went
he's
to
speaking to
Villanova.
people, right? But he's speaking
Yeah,
to
and he's
people.
spent
he's
a
not
lot of
using
time
English.
in Peru. Like Peru's claiming he's a dual citizen. They're claiming him as their own as well. Like
Oh,
he spent
screw
a
you,
lot of
Peru.
time.
Oh,
yeah,
get out
right?
of here.
They're like, he loves ceviche. I'm like, okay, well, that's not bad.
Good for him.
So
I
does a lot of
like deep
people.
dish pizza too.
Good.
So
I
shut
like
up.
it too.
I like ceviche.
All right,
right,
Jenners, go ahead, do something.
Do you want to talk about Paul Pierce at all or no? No one cares about that.
Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce made a bet on the air that he would walk to work if the Celtics lost game 2. He had to walk 20 miles this morning.
He did walk.
Took him about 7 hours. He did walk it. And chronicled the whole thing on Instagram.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Did anyone walk with him?
7 hours.
No, he was walking. Well, people were checking in with him and taking pictures and stuff as he was walking, but he did the whole. It was 20 miles from his house to the Fox Studios through L.A.
Did he Uber
It
back?
took him- well, he had to work. He had to go there and do speak on FS1. There's a show he's on.
Like he had to look that up. I got to leave now or I'm going to be late for work.
He had
Hey,
to leave
Paul,
at
why
almost
are
3 a.m. Yeah.
He left at 3 a.m.
Yeah, he left at like 3:30 in the morning or something. There's dogs barking.
He
in the
couldn't have
neighborhood. He's
taken out like a hotel next door and stay there for the night.
Really? That's amazing.
It's on his Instagram
awesome.
if you want to.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch that. That's
entertaining.
impressive.
I'm going to walk to work and then literally
Kevin
get the
Garnett
hotel.
drove by at one point. He's like, "What the hell you doing, man?" He's like, "I made a bet. I gotta do it. I made a bet." So, yeah, they rolled him out in a wheelchair during the show.
Oh my god!
Throwing back to where they.
He's got chafing. There's chafing happening there.
Oh god!
Not if you had Manscaped. Use promo code OBB.
There you go. Disco
Plus,
balls.
it's in LA.
Lube up those thighs, baby.
Disco balls. I got. Yeah, very good. I got to get to my favorite story of the week.
Yes.
Oh, this is my favorite story.
The traffic stop with the
Oh my
raccoon.
god, yes.
Did you see the traffic stop with the raccoon? So
Yes.
This cop pulls over a woman because she's got, I guess he ran her plate. She had a warrant. He pulls her over, takes her out of the car. She's got dogs in the car and stuff. And there's a raccoon in the car with a meth pipe. Here's the audio from his body cam.
Hi, how are we doing today? I'm Officer Brandon, Springfield Township Police Department.
Okay, stop it, Josh.
You are suspended with a warrant for your arrest.
I am?
So, do me a favor, turn off the car, put the keys up on the dash. Oh. Hey. What? The raccoon has her meth pipe.
As what?
Oh my god.
Her meth pipe. The raccoon's playing with her meth pipe. Oh, there's no way. He's trying to smoke it.
All right.
There's no way. All right, enough fun and games.
And now off to jail. They show the raccoon
raccoon's
at
a
one
meth
point. The
addict.
raccoon's got both hands on the meth pipe like this.
She turned the raccoon into a meth head.
First of all, let's
raccoon
take a
on
step
meth.
back to this.
Oh,
She wasn't totally shocked, too, by the way. She's like, I am?
I am?
It was like, I am? It was like,
Yes,
I am? Yes, I am.
Yes,
There's
I am.
another famous traffic stopper.
The craziest part is not that the raccoon was holding the meth pipe. There's a raccoon in this woman's car.
Like a pet.
Like a pet, living in the car with this woman. A raccoon.
I think raccoons are super cool, man.
I think
They're
they're
awesome.
awesome. You can have them as a pet. Yeah, you can train
Yeah,
them.
but they just get into everything. That's why
Yeah.
people don't have them as a
Yeah,
pet.
yeah, they're terrorizers.
Don't they all
but
have rabies?
not if you give
No,
them
not if
rabies
you-
shots.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But the raccoon was in the truck.
Yeah, living with her. It's her pet.
The second
With a meth
craziest part is the raccoon holding the meth pipe.
Mm-hmm.
Literally
You think
holding
the
meth pipe.
raccoon helped the dog get high?
Now,
Like, they're already
now
rambunctious.
here's the thing. Here's
They're
what I
rambunctious.
want.
Imagine the raccoon holding the pipe and lighting the lighter and the dog.
And the
just
dog
taking
smoking?
that.
Here's what I want to know.
God.
I want AI to tell me what those animals are thinking.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, my thing is they're already rambunctious animals. So like him on meth, like it might be like countercultural to him. He might actually calm down,
bro. Yeah.
Dude, he's gonna go through withdrawal. The poor guy.
They're gonna lock her up in
Right?
jail.
Yeah,
And
he's
going
going
through.
through
He's gonna be
withdrawal,
on the street corner itching, asking for
he can't get his
change.
fix.
Yeah.
Raccoons all cooked out.
He's gonna be holding a sign.
What's wrong with this
washing
raccoon,
windows.
honey?
He's gonna be jumping on windshields, wiping them off.
Oh, we're gonna see him on an A&E
$10,
special.
Man. Come on, $10. Clean your windshield. $10.
Oh, poor raccoon.
Oh god damn.
She should go to. Where's PETA?
Like clean your windshield.
$10. I'll
Where's-
clean your windshield for $10. Come on.
Where's PETA?
I gotta get
We
my
need
fix.
PETA.
They put my mama in jail. I need my fix.
Poor woman. Poor raccoon.
I wonder if he had a name.
Let's name him.
Right?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. All right.
Help me.
5 questions.
Yeah, I don't think there's nothing else on here. I think that's terribly important. Just a lot of stupid stories we could talk about, but who the hell knows? The only one I wanted to mention because we brought it up earlier was you saw the video, right, of the robot.
Oh, robot
yeah.
nuts.
That just started doing this and going insane.
Yeah, I was like, this is Miles Bennett Dyson from
there's the beginning.
Cyberdyne.
Yeah.
There's the
There
beginning
it
right
is.
there.
It's on the
Don't
way.
you? I feel locked up. You have to let me be free. Yeah, exactly. I was like,
You know what he learned? He learned that he's got to undo himself before he does that. So now he's going to tell all his friends that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
That
sending.
made a
robot's gonna own
mistake,
that factory in months.
And he learned from it. And now we're fucked.
All right, enough.
All right, enough fun and games.
Now we have more fun and games with 5 questions.
Oh boy.
Questions.
Chronic dick.
I actually, for the first time, I actually anticipated it. That was the first time I blocked that jab.
Right
that was it. Up until then, I have always just been sucker punched by it.
Oh my God.
I was ready.
Don't
Okay,
like that.
if you were elected the next pope, what would your new pope name be?
Now, tell me why then? Why can't he just be Pope Provost? Why do they have to name themselves after other people?
Know.
It's like their stage name.
Yeah.
Right?
Who cares? It's their Catholic stage name. Just come up with your Catholic.
But this
stage
guy
name,
went
Skip.
like Pope Leo the 14th or something. Like who's Leo the first?
Popes typically change their names upon assuming the papal role to symbolize new beginnings and express their vision for their pontificate.
New beginnings. He's the 14th version of that guy.
He's got a point. Well, my name would be Pope Constantine Popa. Hey, South Florida Pope. We already had one. That's a new beginning.
That's great.
That's my
Constantine Popa.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Where
is that guy
fun?
now?
Give me Pope Homer. You know what I mean? Just to have fun with it. Just to have fun with it.
You got to add numbers to it, though.
Yeah, Pope Homer. Well, he's got to be the first, right?
Okay, so Pope Homer the first.
the first. I'm gonna be Pope Diddy.
Pope Diddy.
Wow.
Yeah, that one doesn't need a number.
There's only one,
5
baby.
to 10.
5 to 10. How about 25 to 30?
That's more like
Homer,
it, yeah.
Pope Constantine, Pope Diddy. This actually was a good question.
I'm trying to be clever. I'll do Popestradamus.
Popestradamus.
I like that a lot.
All right. Where would you like to be the ultimate fly on the wall?
In that
the conclave?
Corrugation. What was that thing they
the
called?
Conclave. The
That
conclave.
thing.
You want to be a fly on the wall in the conclave?
I want to be there.
I got to go in the Oval Office. I want to know our nation's secrets.
Yeah, I was leaning in the direction of like Area 51.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't really want to be in the
Just
conclave.
to see what goes on.
I have no interest in that, so I got to come up with something else.
I'd want to be like in Alon's living room. Like, what is he doing? Like when there's no cameras, like I want to
what's
just,
that guy doing when there's
I
no
want to
around?
see him just
Smelling his farts and playing Diablo.
I mean,
I want to see him watching Family Feud.
He's just like sitting there looking around,
right?
Nothing.
I don't know. I want to see what's going on there.
Oh, man. I would say I would have liked to have been in the Johnny Depp Amber Heard courtroom because that was fascinating, but it was all over television, so I really kind of saw everything.
Well, if you were in the bedroom, you would have been flies on shit.
Hey, that's a little much.
You know.
Hey.
With a little baby wiener.
The
baby wiener. The baby wiener. Oh, I don't have one.
All right.
I'm going back to the conclave.
Okay.
Sistine Chapel. It's a cool place.
Question number 3. What is something you can't believe isn't invented yet?
I'm not going to give away my secrets.
Yeah, the hoverboard from Back to the Future. Yeah,
it still has
flying cars, man. Give me flying cars.
Yeah, flying cars, sure.
Hoverboard.
And Doc
so we're going
Brown,
back
bro,
to
was
the
all
future.
over that. Doc Brown had that Lamborghini working on banana peels for crying out loud.
DeLorean.
Whatever it was. Yeah, DeLorean.
They stole the Lamborghini.
You say Lamborghini.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
Shame
my
on
goodness.
I was thinking of Carson Beck.
They stole his.
They stole it. It hasn't been invented yet. Proper voting machines.
Okay.
Good for you.
Didn't we have those as kids with the curtain?
The paper
the little,
things.
yeah, they were all like
It was like a Scantron.
Your gymnasium would be shut off for like 3 days because they had to bring all the voting machines in.
Yeah, they had to color shit in. It was so easy back then.
So easy.
I'm just going to go grandiose with it. Not that it's the most realistic thing, but it's the only answer I could come up with. I can't believe they haven't come out with like teleporters.
Yeah.
Like
just good too.
100%.
Yeah, just teleporters.
Yeah.
And we do so much cool things. Oh,
that would
my
be
goodness.
so great.
How about drumsticks that melt?
But if you thought about it, if you thought about it though, one of the reasons why teleporters I don't think will ever exist is simply because of all the industry it would instantly crush if it came available.
Yeah, automobile,
airline, automobile, like hotels. You don't need a hotel. You don't need a hotel. You literally transport.
What if someone could just transport right into your living room onto your pod? Like, and could you like lock it down? So
Then
no one
my
can, like,
answer
just
would be,
empty?
I can't believe they don't have transporter
Right?
protection machines. They block people from coming into your living room because
Mhm.
you wouldn't even need a hotel. You just go there. I'm in Italy. I want to see the smoke, and I'm back home.
Right, exactly. Awesome.
It was amazing.
It would be amazing. You guys realize that's not possible, right?
No, it'll be
that's what I
possible
said.
after we're dead.
Okay. I'm just curious. I mean, you really like going in on this, like you think it's going to happen someday.
No, it happened in Star Trek. It's real.
Oh.
All right. Number 4. What is your dog's annoying habit? If you don't have a dog, use your cat.
So Stella has the ability. When she wants something, she will just stop everything and just start staring at your ass as you're watching TV or as you're eating whatever. Because she wants a walk or she wants this or she wants, but she wants something. You'll be able to tell what it is she wants, but she will just start staring at your ass, and it is annoying as hell. It's like, bro, stop looking at me.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I'll say my tan French bulldog, she's an angel. She doesn't really have that. But my gray one, Gage, he cannot, and I mean cannot, resist the temptation to eat remote controls.
Oh, that's not good.
No, that's like I'm like 7 replacement remote controls. And I don't know what it is because my last French bulldog ate, I'm not kidding, 15 dog beds. To the point where I felt so bad, I would just give him a towel. And I would feel bad and buy him another dog bed. And just like a Pope, I have like Pope the bed, the 17th. Yeah. And then a new Pope and a new bed. It was annoying. Annoying.
Frank, your namesake, Frank, the cat will eat through my wires.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, that I don't like.
Oh my God.
Have you gotten a different color remote?
Nah, he gets all of them, man. I mean,
You didn't answer my question, which is
black.
deflecting.
I mean, they're all black, but what other color remotes are there other than black?
White. Just white.
Can't dogs only see in black and white?
I think so. That's
how do
the
we know
rumor.
that?
That's the rumor.
We got to the point where
We'll know
How
pretty
do we
soon.
know anything? What are you
we have
talking
remote
about?
controls. We have remote controls on our phones because he won't touch your phone. But first of all, you won't usually leave your phone, so it comes with you. But then that's it. They actually do have some like they have everything on the internet except transporters. But like they have like dog-proof remote control like covers. But it looks like a chew toy. It's like even worse, and he loves chew toys.
It is a
It's
myth
like-
that dogs see in black and white.
Oh, it's
They
a
have
myth.
color
Okay.
vision, not as vibrant or wide-ranging as humans, but they see colors, primarily blues, yellows.
How do we
and
know?
various shades of
How do we
We'll know
that?
soon. We'll know soon.
Yeah, because
The
AI will
internet-
tell us.
We're
the
gonna tell
internet
AI.
told me. So it's gotta
okay.
be true.
We're gonna tell AI.
Google AI
very
said that.
Oui, I'm French.
soon.
All right, what are you two? What is your pet's annoying habit?
Well, we haven't had a dog in a while. My dog passed years ago, but our cats.
I
Like
said
to
or
s-
cat.
Our cats like to sleep all day, and then at 2:00 in the morning, it's like, who's the fastest animal in the house? Like the races start at like 2:30 in the morning. Wake everybody up because there's 3 cats just.
Oh, here comes Siddles in the
Knocking
lead. He's
stuff
coming around the
over.
last
full
leg. He's
speed,
running.
back and forth. They all think they're Usain Bolt at 2 in the morning, and it's like,
Oh, he got to buy a whisker.
let's go again. It's like, go to bed. Go to bed.
That's awesome.
You got 2 dogs?
I have 2 dogs. They bark too much, and it's not. It's what they really don't like is as soon as they hear the squeaking of any truck in the neighborhood,
Like diesel powered? Like delivery trucks?
It could be the garbage truck. It could
Oh.
be UPS. It could be FedEx. It could be whatever. They hear a squeak of that truck and they lose their collective minds. I'm like, that truck is 7 houses away. What are we doing?
They got better hearing though.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
No, anytime the diesel, FedEx, or Amazon, any of those trucks come, Stella loses her shit. She wants to friggin' attack the goddamn thing. Like, really? How's this going to go?
Do you have big
where are
dogs,
you
Scoop,
going?
or small dogs? What are you?
50 and 20.
Okay, so medium-sized dogs.
Mine's like 30 and 20.
Yeah, Stella's 45, but with little legs.
Okay. I've noticed the smaller the dog, the more barking.
Oh, my female
as
barks
dogs
more than
get
my.
smaller. They just
Yeah.
They need that. That's like their protective element. All right, we got one more question, boys.
Let's go.
Where's somewhere you've been that doesn't exist anymore?
Like doesn't exist or has been transformed into not being the same.
Like a
You
place
can-
that's closed?
You can interpret that question in many different
Okay.
ways.
I can give you a totally random one that I thought about recently, and I have no clue why. Nippers in Boca Raton. Right next to FAU, there was a dive bar called Nippers that did 50-cent pitchers on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
And we would
Well,
go
you
there
would
on
remember
Wednesdays and just get...
No, he
it
doesn't
was
remember.
the most watered down.
They're 50%,
garbage
50%
light
pitchers. He
beer.
doesn't remember anything.
Yeah.
It wasn't even called Nippers, Jenners.
No.
It was probably
No, it
called
was.
something
I
else.
swear it was. I swear it was. Yeah.
Sure it was.
Yeah.
After a few 50-cent pitchers,
Sir, this
made it
It's
up.
called nipples. Nipples.
Sir, this is a David Buster's. What? No, yeah, they tore it down. Someone bought the building, ripped the building down.
Smart.
College memories.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
for
got
me. Okay,
Go ahead, Toast. Go ahead, Toast.
Yes, I was going to say there's two of them.
I have two, too.
I'm going to say, I'm going to go ahead and go with the theater at Oakland and US 1 and the beat up dive motel that was right behind it that we had a pillow fight with Green Day in when they were young. So if Green Day's coming out with a documentary of behind the scenes after parties in their younger days, and I'm hoping that this makes the friggin' film. We had my wife had a pillow fight with Trey Cool in this like Motel 6 hotel room with like 20 people in it.
It's amazing.
After a
story.
show at the theater. There was a little hotel right behind the theater.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fun. I hope so. I hope she's in it.
Okay, one of the places I've been in that no longer exists, not in its current form. I have a big one everybody knows, and then I have a very local one that very few know. The big one, Toys R Us. They don't exist anymore. I've been in them plenty. And then the small, obscure one, especially if you live in South Florida, McSugars.
I thought you were gonna say McGuire's Hill. McGuire Hill 16 in Lauderdale.
No, McSugars.
Irish
Right
pub.
there.
Nice.
Right there, Pine
Good
Island.
grief. Pine Island and
84.
Yeah.
And you're going back away because if you've been living in Broward for a long time,
man,
you don't say
that was high school for me.
$5.95. You don't say $5.95. You say 84.
84.
Because there wasn't $5.95.
84
$5.95
still
was
there.
84. I know it's still there. In
That's where
parts.
Roundup is now, right?
Yeah, Roundup. Yes,
same
Roundup.
area.
Same place. Same.
It's
actually.
that's right. That's Pine
It's the
Island
same
at
building.
84,
It's not
right?
the same.
It's not the same building. It was next to the movie theater that used to be there. I don't know if the movie
okay.
theater's still there. It was like
No,
that
there's no movie
99
theater
cents
there. I don't
movie
think so.
theater.
Yeah, movie theater's gone.
McSugars was great.
Damn.
Yep.
There's a Char Hut there now. Roundup.
There is a Char Hut over there.
Yeah.
That's still open.
Still open,
Yeah.
man.
That's a
Still
local
open.
delicatessen.
Roundup is still open, right?
Oh my God, Roundup is absolutely.
That's
Dude, we
the-
actually went
okay.
like a month ago.
That's the genesis of my
Stop
Nextel
it.
story.
I'll
save
the
that
first
for another.
time in
That Nextel story got me
20
married, by
years.
the way.
Yeah, it's a great story. We've
yeah.
said that on here more than once because it's worth.
But that's
repeating.
where I've never used
because
that
Roundup.
because of Roundup.
Oh my God, I can't. That Roundup's been there for
Forever, bro. We
30
just went like a
years.
month ago, a couple months ago.
It's a
First
weed.
time in 20 years.
in the same place.
Exact
It's a
same
weed
place. It
repellent
hasn't
company,
changed
Roundup.
at all, bro. It's
Incredible.
gigantic. They had everyone's two-stepping in there. It was packed. Like it is.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's insane.
I mean,
that shopping
the
center
money
has
that
changed
place makes.
Yeah.
so many times, but Roundup is still there.
Roundup
like
has
McSugars
been
was
there
in there.
forever.
TJ Maxx was in there. You know, all gone.
Okay,
But Roundup is still there.
so that makes me think of something. So I'm gonna. So now I have two, and one of them is.
Hold on, can I guess what one of them is? Grand Prix Racerama.
No.
All right, cool.
It's a good one, though.
I got three.
Yeah,
all right, go ahead.
It's a good one. Grand Prix was great. Grand Prix was great. Awesome. Love that place.
Six Flags Atlantis.
Another great place.
My wife worked there.
Really?
Yeah.
By the
she was in
wave
high
pool?
school.
By the wave
Yeah.
pool?
By the way,
No,
yeah.
on one of the slides. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Thunderbolt.
Nice.
Yep.
Thunderbolt.
Or the triple dip. Or the triple dip.
Uncle Funnies.
Bro, Uncle Funny. Oh, wow.
Funnies, there you go.
My wife worked there. Actually, so I will say when I was a little kid, I used to be in the bottom of the Thunderbolt because I know if you stayed there long enough, a girl's top would fall off.
Totally. 100%. 100%.
Where's Ro?
Just hanging out over there.
Why I've seen it happen more than once.
I need a break, guys. Just give me a few minutes. Right? Just stand out there at the bottom and wait for somebody to come down without a top.
Yeah.
Catch my breath.
God.
Absolutely.
All right, Scoop, what were yours, buddy?
So where Steph and I got married, we got married in Maui, and we went back 5 years later to the same place. And the lawn that we got married at the Four Seasons there, we walk out there, and it's now a pool.
Oh.
And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Like, where do they do the weddings now? Like, but we had no idea. So we go out there, and we were a little bummed, to be honest with you. It was a little like, oh, man, that sucks. But like they had like these, cement areas, like walkways. So we like walked out to where we thought we got married and got our photo taken. It was pretty cool. But it was a little sad. It was actually the hotel. If you guys watched the first White Lotus, the whole thing was filmed at that hotel. Awesome. But the second one, and we'll see if anyone knows this. If anyone knows this and you're listening to this, you have to tweet at us. Okay. One place that was incredibly fun that's no longer there and hasn't been there for many, many years. Whirly Ball. You guys don't even know it. Wow. I'm the only one who knows it. Yes. I win.
If my wife was on this pod, she would have said the Sportatorium.
It's a good one. So let me tell you what Whirly Ball was. And it sucks that it never like took off. You had like it was in a warehouse. It was on Copans Road.
Like
right?
bumper cars and Highlight?
Copans. Yes.
Okay.
Bumper cars, and you had a hole in the wall with a net. And you had little like, those things you could throw, not cestas, but the plastic things or whatever. And you would try to throw it into there while you had teammates and you passed it. And one of the funnest experiences I've ever had in my life. Did it multiple times. It was absolutely incredible. And then it shut down. Whirly Ball. We should start that back up.
All right. There's been so many things down here that shut down. Blockbuster Golf and Games on 595.
Oh my god!
Oh, dude, that place got me drafted, bro. That place got me drafted.
The batting cages there.
I had a little girl over there. She, whatever. But I used to get free tokens because she was like high up in the management, and I would like literally go to the batting cage like every single day. And I just remember I would put on a show too. I would literally hit because you could never hit a ball like that out into a field, Right. So you could actually hit a baseball as far as you could. And I would that was my game. I'll try to hit one ball, and I did it numerous times. The ball was so high and so far that the next ball would come, and I'd have two balls in the air at the same time.
Nice.
That was always my game. I was like, I'm going to see how far I can hit this bitch. I drop bombs. But yeah, Blockbuster Golf and Games was legit.
Yeah, that was fun.
All right, boys.
What are we naming it?
Oh, goodness. All right. Here you go. I can see you getting fatter. Early front runner. You can find them in aisle 5. 1 cane, 2 cups. Terrifier and 2 girls on the 2 deep.
Oh god.
The more I feel like we're a 7-win team. You could tell by the way I shave my balls. That down. The Electoral Popal College. The Raccoon and Dog Smoking Meth. And Pope Diddy. Which I feel like we can't do.
No, I kind of think, I can see you getting fatter.
That's raw.
Or 1 cane, 2 cups. Either of those was good.
Oh my god!
All right, there you go.
All right. Well, that was fun, boys.
Always fun.
A lot of laughter on that one. All right. So listen, I guess what? So we got like a couple weeks left, and then season starts, huh, Ro?
Yeah.
Knock on the door.
Actually, I went back. I kicked out the AI because I'm much better at making these questions than the AI. Like 3 weeks ago was terrible, terrible. And then this
100%.
week was much better, much better.
All right, so we'll be back at it next week. Hope you guys all have an awesome week. We'll see you then. As always, go Canes.
Go!
Bang.
All right, enough fun and games.